Alright, so the deck for today is Izzet Jegantha. This is a super low to the ground aggro deck that I've been seeing a bunch in ranked, and it's time to play it for the channel. So basically how this works is we try to land a couple of early 1 mana threats and then just pump them with a bunch of different instants and sorceries to keep our opponent's board low and to grow our own creatures. One of the most important ones is Symmetry Sage. This just basically gives something base power and toughness 3. And this can target either itself or one of the other creatures that we have. We run Monastery Swiftspear as one of the prowess cards, and the other prowess card being Skullscar Mage. With Symmetry Sage, the prowess stacks on top, so these can actually get pretty large, which is great. We're running a bunch of 1 mana and 2 mana, 2 mana instants and sorceries. So Dreadhorde Arcanist is a way to get double use out of those. So we're running 3 of them. And then in terms of the actual spells that we have, we've got Consider as just a cantrip. Play with Fire as removal, but the Scry, if done to a player, is also pretty useful. Reckless Charge is here just so that we can push through if we need to, or so that we can get double use out of either the flashback or casting it through Dreadhorde Arcanist. We've got Mentor's Guidance, which copies through most of the creatures that we'll be putting into play, mainly because they're wizards. Static Discharge as a pretty good damage to the face spell, honestly. This can also take out pretty large creatures if we're against like a mid-range deck. And then the last creature that I've not talked about yet is Balmor Battlemage Captain. This little bird dude will pump our team for every instant and sorcery that we cast. Again, that's going to go on top of the Symmetry Sage base 3/3. So if you got a Soulscar Mage getting pumped by this Symmetry Sage and its own prowess, that thing's going to be huge. Then, being blue-red, we have to be running at least 2 copies of Expressive Iteration, otherwise we just wouldn't be good enough. And then the final thing to round this deck out is the instant wizard spell, Wizard's Lightning. Gets discounted if we have pretty much any creature in play. So that is essentially the deck. We've got a free Jegantha as our companion. This is just a 5/5 if we need it. That's pretty much the deck. This is a pretty quick deck, and it's very competitive. If the opponent is not ready, they're going to get run over. So here we go. We'll play a couple games and see how we do. Okay, so we are in round 1 of a historic event. I'm starting off round 1 with a bunch of creatures and a couple considers. I will attempt to take this hand, although I'd be much happier with our blue 1/1 or our blue 1 mana spell. That's okay though. Monastery Swiftspear is going to get us started pretty quickly. Opponent's on green. If I had to guess, this is probably going to be something like elves. We'll pay 2 life to shock that in and get a point of damage in real quick. Next turn, if they play a creature. Okay. So I have the opportunity to try to kill this thing. Or I could play Balmor. I will go ahead and swing here. I'll double consider if they give me a block. If they don't, then I just play Balmor. Cool. If they remove Balmor, we've got a second in hand, and then otherwise it's going to be consider. I think off of the considers, I'm going to be looking for another creature. Symmetry Sage would be a great one to have, so we'll fire off the consider first. Let's see, don't need a land. Found the Symmetry Sage, that's huge. I'm going to play it, and then I'll crack off 1 more consider. I'll do that one in combat. Okay, Yeah, sure. Alright, so that is an 8 damage hit right here. We get a Reckless Charge. I'm going to keep this one. This is going to help me get through with a Symmetry Sage next turn, or my Balmor. Cool, and unless they've got some removal for flying creatures, or if they can kill me right now, this might be the game. Wow, old Grixis Control Angrath. That's fun. So I'm going to lose Balmor, that's okay. Mainly just trying to hit with Symmetry Sage. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'll block that 1 damage, sure. Alrighty. Cool, so we have 4 mana to work with here. I can Balmor into Reckless Charge or Balmor into a Mentor's Guidance. That's going to double pump. So I will be able to save Reckless Charge for next turn. That's kind of nice. So here is Mr. Balmor, and then I'm going to Mentor's Guidance. I'm going to target Monastery Swiftspear since Symmetry Sage is going to get +1 and the Angrath is only on 1 health left. Cool. Oh right, I get a second copy of that, so whatever, I'll hit them harder with this. Got a second Reckless Charge off the top, and oh, Static Discharge, that can just go to the face. So if I just attack, they'll take 6 damage, and then I'll have to wait till next turn to kill, so I'll just go ahead and give them 1 more turn here and make sure I kill Angrath. Opponent is giving it some thought. There we go. Alright. They've got 6 mana to work with, so they could have something up their sleeve, although, unless they're gaining life, they're dead next turn. Cool, something with Summoning Sickness is good. Cool, and then we'll just Static Discharge. Alright. 1-0 after 1. Here we go. Let's keep it going. Alright, on the play in round 2, got the Soulscar Mage and a Symmetry Sage. This is pretty sweet. So I will run out the Soulscar Mage first, play Pathway on blue, and then Symmetry Sage. Then the following turn I can Expressive Iteration. Oh, this is a nice hand. There's the Soulscar Mage. Alright, tapped Temple Garden. Right, Pathway on blue, Symmetry Sage, and then I can play with fire. Balmor, love to see it. Two mana here. So this is Selesnya life gain. That's fine. I think I'm going to be first on Expressive Iteration. Let's see. I will give this a bit more. Let's see. Second Balmor. I'll take that, honestly. Then get rid of the mountain, play the island this turn, get an attack here. They're down to 10. And next turn I can Balmor, Mentor's Guidance, base power and toughness 3 these guys. Yeah, that looks nice. They don't attack here. They're looking for the trade with Soulscar Mage. That's fine. I'm honestly fine with that. Here we go. So I'm going to give Soulscar Mage the first one. Copy, target Symmetry Sage with the next one. Consider. I'm going to scry that to the bottom. I'd like one of the ones that gives me more damage. Don't need another island. Okay, we get to consider anyway, that's fine. So here would be a 1-for-1 trade. I am okay doing that, I think. Because that will give one of the Pride Mates -1/-1 to the next turn. Sure. So they'll double block here. They'll be left with one Pride Mate with 1 health. Or they won't do that. They'll just block with 1. That would have been much smarter. We've got lethal here with 2 spells to cast. Even just a single Mentor's Guidance will do it. They're going to kill my Symmetry Sage. Fine. I should be able to get over the edge with Balmor, though. Absolutely fine. And wow, we got the Static Discharge anyway. Cool, so Mentor's Guidance. And at this point, we'll just look for some other burn spell. Sweet. Cool, and we got a Monastery Swifter anyway. Haste and Prowess, baby. Bonk. And we just ran over the green-white deck. Another quick one for the Prowess deck. On to the next round. Okay, so we've got in round 3 a hand of all spells. All instants and sorceries, that is. This is not something that I want to keep, so I'm sending this one back. All right. Yeah, send that one back. Much better. I like to see this. We've also got the Dreadhorde Arcanist this turn, which is nice. I will drop the Mentor's Guidance. Actually, this is an issue. We only have 2 islands. The blue spells will get us our red source. I think to be safe, I'm going to drop the Arcanist. Do I want to do that? I'll drop Play with Fire. I'd like to cast an Arcanist this game. So turn 1, Consider. Turn 2, Mentor's Guidance. Maybe Monastery Swiftspear on 2. That'll make that a bit better. Oh, actually the Dreadhorde Arcanist needs to be cast for Mentor's Guidance. This is a human monk. Yeah, that won't work. Alright, so we've got the mirror match. I'm going to drop a Monastery Swiftspear in this case. Out attack doesn't mean anything. So I have... Oh, they have the Dreadhorde Arcanist though, so I'd like to kill that thing if possible. They have no spells that can be cast. I'm 1 mana off the Wizard's Lightning, that's so unfortunate. I'll cast my own Dreadhorde here, and then try to Wizard's Lightning next. We'll see if they have it this turn. I'm expecting at least one of my creatures to die. Piece it together, sure. They'll be able to hit in for 3. Piece it together is definitely common in this deck. I don't see it in all of the lists, but it has a pretty high upside, especially if you have Dreadhorde making it bigger. So I get hit for 6 here. That's not amazing. I'll take it anyway. And let's see what we can do this turn. So I think I'm first going to be on Wizard's Lightning on Dreadhorde. Then maybe Reckless Charge if they block with Soulscar Mage. Otherwise, Consider. So here, oh, it'll have to be Consider. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Kill that thing. Consider. I am almost happy with the land, but I'd like to get rid of that thing. I would like to be surveilling 1 mana sorceries into my graveyard. There's my instant. Make that guy a little bigger, and we have a second Dreadhorde Arcanist. This is kind of nice. I'd like to have that. We'll see how they block. They're just going to take it here. It's going to be a slugfest all the way to the end. Their Symmetry Sage is going to go to work here on this turn, though. I'm going to be taking at least like 8. And there's the Mentor's Guidance. That's probably the worst thing that could happen for 2 mana. They're going to hit me really hard this turn, and then I'm going to have to hit them really hard this turn. My Reckless Charge is going to be good for 6 damage here. So I can Mentor's Guidance and Reckless Charge this turn, or I can add a Dreadhorde Arcanist to the table. Okay. Ooh, they made my Dreadhorde Arcanist smaller. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's figure out how I'm going to do this. I've got a land for turn. I will Mentor's Guidance to grow Swift Spear twice. And then I have Reckless Charge, and then I can drop a Swift Spear after. Sure. This is going to have to block Soulscar Mage. I need to Reckless Charge this thing. Then I'll Mentor's Guidance. Play with Fire is good if I can survive the turn. Static Discharge is good if I can survive the turn. Alright, now what can attack here? If I do Dreadhorde, I'll be able to cast two more spells this turn, which will just give me a total of like 12 damage. Nothing that deals damage here, and it'll be too small to cast the Wizard's Lightning. So my choice is Mentor's Guidance or Reckless Charge. Okay, so I'm going to attack with 2 and then leave the Swift Spear back to block. And then if I can survive this, it'll be good. I'm going to look for a creature here. Den of the Bugbear is good. I don't think it's what I want right now. Valimor is absolutely what I'd like to have. And I do not need another land. Or actually, I will take a 3rd red land. I do kind of need that. Alright. And here we go. Time to see if we've got what it takes. It's either they have it this turn or I have it next turn. Oh, they've gained haste with him. Okay. So if they can cast this last spell... Oh, yeah, they have it. That's unfortunate. Unless they choose wrong, I am dead here. Yep, this to the face. Or this to my blocker, sure. That'll do it. Okay, so we were just 1 turn behind in the mirror match. That's just how it happens. Think I maybe could have tried to get a creature or 2 out earlier. To play around removal in the mirror match. Well, we might get it again because this is a really popular deck to be played, so I'll be able to make the adjustments in that game. Anyway, on to round 4. MTGA Joe. Alright, it's time for round 4. We're stuck on a 1-lander here with Monastery Swift Spear. I'd really like to have another land in this hand. I'll go to 6. We've got 2 lands here, but no creatures. Not looking amazing. I think I'm going to 3 here, or to 5 cards in hand. The Valimor is going to have to do it, and I'll get rid of my more expensive things. And yeah, 2 Considers and a Valimor. Let's do what we can here. So I'm absolutely looking for more creatures here. We've got the second blue mana, cool. I guess I could have done this at the end of their turn. They're gonna know what I'm on after this. And this guy is on red-green. Fauna Shaman, okay. So this is some creature toolbox. I'm gonna get Belmore out now, then next turn will be an expressive iteration. What will they be searching for here? They're going to try to storm off with red creatures. Okay. So here's an expressive iteration. I am looking for a Symmetry Sage to hand, and this goes into the library. I'll play this as my land for turn. This is going to be a red land. And here we go. Next turn is Symmetry Sage Consider or Symmetry Sage Expressive Iteration. I think I like EI and Symmetry Sage next turn. Okay, Grinning Ignis. So this is going to try to go infinite with Hazard's Monument. Okay. When do they get that? So 1 red mana to add 3 mana. It costs them... Okay, well it's going to cost them 2 red mana to do anything. So they got to find a red mana somehow. Anyway, back to me. Oh, I actually need to Symmetry Sage and Consider this turn. Okay. Or I can just EI and not hit, or try to hit a 1 mana red card. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to target this thing with that trigger. And let's see, we got the Monastery Swift Spear. I'm going to put Wizard's Lightning into my hand, play with fire, and then Monastery Swift Spear. Swift Spear is out. And I'm just going to be in with Belmore for 4. Next turn gets pretty spicy. I'm going to hit for at least 6 in the air. So it's looking like I want to shoot for a 2-turn clock here through Symmetry Sage. They've discarded Collective Company. Alright. So here is the Grinning Ignis bounce. They cannot infinitely cast him because they need something that's going to generate a treasure. And so it looks like they're just trying to draw into an answer. So they're on Teamer. Alright. Fauna Shaman, let's see what they get. Does this reveal to me? Yes, it does. Alright, they're going to discard Elvish Mystic. And it's a Burgi. Okay. Interesting. So Burgi, is Burgi the other side of this puzzle? When you cast a spell, add red until end of turn, you don't lose it. They can boast twice. So I think they can infinitely bounce Ignis with this. So I want to hold up Wizard's Lightning here. Drop a Swift Spear. I'll consider. You get a +3. And I do not want to Steam Vents. Double Wizard's Lightning, so I can just kill an Ignis now. I'll consider one more time. I would like to give the this guy, and we have 20 power on board here. One Wizard's Lightning, 2 the Grinning Ignis, that'll do it. Make a big swift here. And yeah, that's what this deck does. It just gets real big real quick. This is a push for 15, 21, 28 damage on turn 4 or 5. Alright. We are 3-1 after 4 games. Let's continue on. Alright, round 5. Symmetry Sage, Dreadhorde Arcanist. Cool. Shock this boy in. And I could I could Mentor's Guidance here actually on 2 if they don't play anything that removes Sage. We got the nice MS Plains, and it's an Esper Sentinel deck. Okay. So then in this case I'll probably just consider so that I can pay their tax. I don't want to give them any extra cards. Here we go on consider. I'll auto pay that, and let's see, we got the 3rd land. I'll take that, set up my next play, and here we go, we're beaten in. So this is Luris, could be Death and Taxes maybe, or let's see what we're doing. Shadow Spear sure does indicate that. Alright, so I can this turn play Arcanist, Orchid EI. I think, oh, this Esper Sentinel is going to be pretty annoying. I could play a bit reserved here, and what I think I'll do is I can put this in untapped, revealing a Steam Vents, play Mentor's Guidance, which will copy, and I'll only be able to pay for 1 trigger. Oh no, it's just a single trigger each turn. So I'll make that bigger. I'm going to counter one of them, sure. So this is definitely Death and Taxes. I'll find another Symmetry Sage. That's actually huge. And I'll be able to crack in for 3 again. Works for me. And now, how do I want to do this? I'll have to just value EI. Okay, all that glitters. Nice one. So I can, okay, here we go. I want to Arcanist here. I can Reckless charge it into being able to recast Wizard's Lightning. So, here we go. Steam Vents. Oh, you know what? I can actually put another Symmetry Sage into play if I don't pay the Esper tax. I think I will, just to be sure. Wizard's Lightning targeting you. Give this base. For some reason I wasn't allowed to pay for that, so I guess I'll just put a Symmetry Sage in. Here we go. Put them to 8. They have 1 turn of life left here, since I can Dreadhorde Arcanist. Sure, that's a thing that you can do, and that's, wow, that's really a thing you can do. Okay, so I'll let them lifelink 10 anyway, and then it's a question of, can I do 19 to them this turn? Let's see. So another Dreadhorde Arcanist. I can Reckless charge Arcanist. Oh, this actually shouldn't be too bad. So I have +3/+0, making this a 4 mana, plus the 6 from these guys, that's 10 damage there. I can recast this again, and then I can also cast the Wizard's Lightning from Arcanist. So that will give me an additional 3 from this, and an additional 3 from this. So that's 16 damage. So that's actually just short. So I'm going to have to play this Dreadhorde Arcanist now. And then I'll have to... Oh, I can Expressive Iteration this turn. That's fine. Target you. Target you. They're going to get the draw. That's kind of unfortunate. And I've got to really hope that they don't have a removal spell now. So we'll just drop you off and have the Monastery Swift Spear. This I can cast looking for something. Okay. I think this game's going to go longer, so I'll cast Mentors. I should have attacked with this. Whoops. Slight mistake there. Everything's a 3/3. Okay, so I can get rid of this guy. Balmore's really what I needed here. And then another land. I will just try to find another one off of the draw spells. There we go. Alright, so they're down to 12. They're going to lifelink up to 22 again. So I've just not really done anything here. I'm going to play a second... Oh, that should have been for my Symmetry Sage. Whoops. Alright, we've got a second blocker out. Well, 3 total. And then we'll have to hope that we can really punch through this turn. Retrofitter Foundry, okay. Wow, they are just going really far in with this. So, let's see, what don't I need? I think I don't need 2 Arcanists. They go to 30 here. Oh, back up trample. Okay, I'm dead. That was a little mistake there. Did not see that that thing had trample. Okay, so we're now 2-3 after 5 games. Gonna have to push for the wall here. Okay, back to game 6. Gonna have to play a little bit tighter this time. We're back up against the wall. 1 more defeat and we're out. So this hand, we have Symmetry Sage and Dreadhorde Arcanist again. Dreadhorde Arcanist doesn't have anything to cast out of the graveyard unless I use Reckless Charge. I could use him to pump this Static Discharge though, which would be pretty sweet. I think that I like that. So I'll keep 7. And I'm going to be playing slow. Moonsnare Prototype. What do you do? This is basically a Mox for artifacts. Cool. That's not true, it's just Spara Sentinel. Okay. Neither of these come in untapped. I will drop you. And we'll be playing a turn off here. So I'm assuming that this is probably going to just be making a big construct, and then they're going to gear it up. We may need to do a bunch of trump blocking this game, which is going to be problematic for us. Shadow Spear goes on. And that's 5 damage on turn 2. Okay. Time to play a little quicker. So, we get a Symmetry Sage out and hope that I can catch this guy at some point. Oof, and there's a portable hole. Okay. We might be looking at a quick route to death here. Well, that's how it goes. Springleaf Drum as well. Yeah, I think another Machiko's Rain coming down here is going to do me in. Okay, so we've got Dreadhorde Arcanist, almost certainly needs to come out. Then that'll leave me with Reckless Charge. Well, only at sorcery speed, sadly. I'll have Wizard's Lightning, though. Okay. Here we go on red. Dreadhorde Arcanist. And then hold up Wizard's Lightning to try to trade. Oh. That's also a thing that could happen. Okay. And that might just be it. Artifact, Tribal, getting there. Okay, we got a Swift Spear. This one doesn't give me a Wizard's Lightning, sadly. Static Discharge will do 3. That'll grow him to be a 2/3. Okay. So that's one way that I can trade with this. We are looking, things are looking pretty bleak here. Foundry's going to make another 1/1. Okay. And I'm going to be back in the next, I'm going to be back in the same spot in like a turn here, I think. Ooh, or they'll just have portable hole. Okay. Well, they'll get me there. And that will be game. And that's our 3rd loss, so we're out. Tough showing, but that is how it goes. Maybe a missed player or 2 could have saved me a game, but for the most part, I think we just had tough matchups with artifact decks that can produce pretty large creatures on, you know, turn 2 and 3. those will be an interesting one to play. I'll definitely try to do a video on them in the future. But anyway, we did get to see a couple of good games where this deck really did show what it can do. So that will be the end of my little overview on Izzet Jegantha. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, and I will see you in another video. Thanks for watching.